परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीय मामृतात्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत। Welcome to Friday evening's Yoga Vashistha Satsanga. All of you divine souls, may you be abundantly blessed with Shakti, Bhakti and sincere self-effort to walk on this holy spiritual journey. May we continue this beautiful satsang together and enjoy the nectar of bliss and grow together with great punyas of many lifetimes. This blessing comes to us. आप सबको मंगल शुभकामनाएं। हमारा दंडवत प्रणाम है उस ब्रह्मांडीय ईश्वरीय शक्ति को, हमारे परम पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी ज्योतिर्मयानंद जी महाराज को, साधु संतों को, ऋषियों मुनियों को और आप में विद्यमान परमेश्वर को। Our humble prostrations to the all pervading Brahman, to our worshipful Guruji Swami JyotirmayAnanda ji Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, the scriptures, and to the divinity in every one of you. So, with great blessings from the divine, our Guru, and your prior punyas, merits over many lifetimes that you have become regular. Of the few of us, this is not a game of many, this is a difficult journey and not for everybody. Spirituality in general is a very overused term, but at what level do you want to play? If you are a serious aspirant seeking mukti, liberation, then this journey should be more attractive than all the pleasures of the world. If that is happening to you, if you are feeling like that, consider yourself blessed. God is touching you and pulling you in this direction, and you have already worked for it if you are feeling like that. If not, continue to increase the sadhana more and more till you are absorbed. Just the name of satsanga should give you goosebumps. That connection of like-minded pure souls walking on the same journey together is a great blessing. बड़ भागी मानव तन पावा सब सुर ऋषि मुनि ग्रंथ ही गावा. It is a great good fortune to get a human life. All the rishis, munis, gods in all the planes sing the glory of the human embodiment. बड़ भागी पाई सतसंग बिना प्रयास होई भवभंगा. Those people who are connected with satsang are extremely fortunate, for they go through this beautiful journey, they grow, and while enjoying and learning, they also get enlightened. They cross the cycle of life and death, so to speak. That is the glory. That is why satsang is also known as one of the gatekeepers to the palace of liberation. Mukti ke char dwarpal. Four guards are guarding the palace of liberation. Shama, serenity. Satsang, you already know deeply. Satsang. Santosh, contentment. And fourth, vichar, contemplation. So those four, any one of them can take you to liberation, but when we combine them together, when you do satsang, automatically the other three come together. Shama, serenity, you start to feel peaceful, joyful, more at ease, in harmony. Santosh, contentment. You learn that everything is transient. What will you get with name and fame? You will not live forever. That has to be left here only for your heirs and other people, but you can take it with you. Money, luxuries, name, fame, objects, things, anything that pertains to this world is effervescent, temporary, like your dream. You wake up, nothing exists. So, Santosh Dhan, contentment is a big treasure. If you are inwardly contented, meaning you are happy with what you have, that doesn't mean non-ambitious or not doing your duties well or just giving up on life. That's not the meaning of contentment. Contentment means you put in your sweat and effort fully, to the full extent, but after that you come home and sleep like a baby. You are comfortable, you are thankful to God, and you are not always jealous or agitated in your heart. You are not always chasing this mirage. That's what it is. You're happy with what, because that contentment comes from within. It's very rare in this world. Very few people are actually contented. Otherwise, everybody is running to where? For what? Nobody knows. Busy, busy, busy. And then not even the eye of a needle goes with us on the final journey. So practically we have to do everything, and which are contemplation, which we also do. So if you take satsang, you are combining all the four things, although you can independently contemplate on these things also when you are by yourself. But in satsang, we all come together and we all become like a supercomputer. We bring in our pure energies and we contribute towards world peace, towards happiness, and for others who may need it. So may God bless everybody. Today is Radha Ji's birthday, so may she be blessed. And it was nice of Yogini ji to remember, and I think everybody um, was doing that. See, we haven't seen each other. We probably may never see each other, but this family, this connection through our hearts is probably stronger than many family members also, isn't it? We become one. It hardly matters. If God wills, we will physically also see, but it doesn't have to be. It's the teaching, the learning, and what our heart feels. That's much more important. So we wish her and everybody else, whoever has their birthdays, a happy, joyous, lovely, great day. And to all of the aspirants, every one of you, birthday or not, birthday is only of the body, but we have to enjoy the spirit within. Every year we are growing older is 1 year less from our life. So therefore time is flying quickly. Let us explore this opportunity and not waste any time on that journey, on this beautiful journey. So let us all pray for world peace, for happiness, for joy, for people's obstacles and problems to be removed. Karma has to be dealt with. How you approach it matters. It has come, a problem has come, it will not last forever. It will leave, it will also be gone. This too shall pass. Same thing with prosperity. Happy times come, then also something changes. Law of nature. Every night is followed by a day, and day is followed by the night. So pessimists, they look at 2 nights choking the day. It's night, then a little bit day, and then night comes again. That's how they see. And optimists, they see 2 days choking the night. There is this daytime, nighttime, and then again the sun shines. So how you look at it? Is the glass half full or half empty? Would you complain or accept shukrana, gratitude? So, with that feeling and prayer for everybody, let us read our Gurudev's message for today. Swamiji says, Blessed self adorations, Divyatman Ashirvad. Do not forget the central purpose of your life. अपने जीवन का उद्देश्य कभी मत भूलिए. You live and breathe for the attainment of self-realization. तो आप जीते भी हैं किस लिए? और मुक्ति पाने के लिए. सांस भी लेते हैं इसी काम के लिए. That is the sole purpose of our living embodiment for our life that we have been given. It's a big, very big blessing for all of us. So, keep a constant watch over your mind. This was the discussion I think Aaron ji was asking today in the group, and I do want to thank everybody. I think David ji has not joined the group as of yet, or maybe we haven't seen comments from him. But everybody else, and Aaron ji's question and how Priya ji is responding about the mind. See, the mind, never mind the mind. It will constantly create trouble. So it is your best friend or your worst enemy. So watch over your mind, make sure you are vigilant where it is going. Do not allow it to be governed by anger, hate, and other gross impurities. See, the mind is easily dejected, easily pleased. So we have to understand how to react to its whims and fancies. It's like a monkey. If it is not well trained, the mind, it will constantly agitate you. That's why people say we can't sit in meditation. As soon as we close our eyes, many thoughts come, because the discipline time has not been put in where the mind starts to enjoy that experience in the serenity. All these purities, that's what we were talking about in today's question, that do not allow yourself to be governed by anger, hate, and other jealousy, lust, passion, so many impurities that we have. Easy to say, do not be governed, but it's an impulsive reaction. The minute you say, don't get angry, why are you getting angry? The person gets more angry. Who's getting angry? Why are you saying I'm not angry? And he's angry when he's saying that. So, Vinash Kale Viparita Buddhi. When the time is not proper, even your intellect takes leave of you. It will not function properly. So, the point is that these things take a long time to purify. Shuddhikaran, we call it purification. It's a long journey. So, do not be disheartened by adversities. Many people like only prosperity, they don't like adversities. Well, you like it or you don't like it. It's not a choice. It's given to us, and we have to deal with it, isn't it? So when we have to deal with it, we'd rather finish our karma. Otherwise, that karma gets obstructed and it will come again, or it will be prolonged, because we are not letting it function properly and it's not departing properly. So that's what really happens. So do not be disheartened by them. Just consider it as an austerity that has come to you, instead of you going to pilgrimage centers and climbing mountains and giving your body a lot of discomfort. The God has sent it to you right in your home, and it will depart soon. Try to face them with spiritual boldness. Be like a hero, strong. You have, all of you, all of you who are here are serious aspirants. So just know you have it within you. Already, God has infused you with all these beautiful qualifications, that energy. So handle it. This too shall pass is the mantra. Just know it will go, but don't complain. When will it pass? It's already been 3 hours. I'm still struggling. don't don't worry about that. Increase your japa, do whatever you can do. Even a little adversity, little japa during adversity is much more potent than a lot of japa when everything is good. So you should do it during good, because everything is very nice. In adversity, most people forget it. They complain, they criticize, or they are upset at God. So that's not the right approach. Enjoy, handle adversity and prosperity with equanimity, equal grace. Wait and watch. Then do nothing more. If you are sitting in the plane, what more do you need to do? The flight's a little late, the pilot hasn't arrived, 30 minutes late, 1 hour late. Okay, will your complaining make it any better? So read a book, do your japa, do something, and let the journey continue. Wait. The dark clouds of adversities will change into sleepy clouds of prosperity. It must, it does, and it will. Go back, check into your own life. If you have been maintaining your logs or you try to introspect, you will see you yourself have gone through many such situations from adversity and prosperity, and you will grow stronger, more energized. Once you come out of your adversity, that will give you wisdom. You will learn something very important that you didn't know about yourself. It will build your strength. Why do you go to gym? To build your muscles. How do you do that? By picking weights, resistance, pushing yourself. So adversity forces you to do it. In prosperity, people give up. They tend to party. They want to enjoy. They want to discuss politics, watch TV, waste time, because things are okay. Job is working fine, kids are okay. So you start to then rust. Not for aspirants, because every minute passing by, we are reducing our remaining time on planet earth. अगर हम ऐसे सोचेंगे तो हमारा बहुत कल्याण होगा. We will greatly benefit. And just know, these are twin brothers, day and night, adversity and prosperity, and they will continue to circulate. So flow out of the narrow confines of the mind and intellect. So come out of it. Don't let these are your tools, your body, your senses, your mind, your intellect, your ego. All these things they're called karana, antah karana, inner instruments. Why inner instruments? Antah, because you cannot see them with your naked eyes. You can't see them. You can't see. I can see your facial expressions if you are near me, and I can see what you look like, skin color, what nationality, etc. We can see, but I cannot see what you are thinking right now. Cannot see where you are, whether you are paying attention or not. It may look like you are very attentive, but inwardly you may be thinking of some other problem that you are facing. That's why they're called antahkarana, inner instruments, not visible ones. And these they never die, by the way. These inner instruments, they go upon your death, they become like a little data drive, and they go with you to the cloud. Now you go to the cloud too. You have to go through this journey that is called Uttarayana or Dakshinayana, either the Pitriloka or the northern path, very deeply. See, these Upanishads are very strong, very deep. Every little detail has been addressed. Those of you who are new, you must know we have a YouTube channel where I am currently doing Katha Upanishad on it, and that's the thing we do in there. It's only a 10-minute satsanga, but it's daily, every day, 10 to 12 minutes, like your daily mandatory dose for spirituality. If you're busy, you don't have time, at least you got those 10 minutes in. While you're driving, you can listen to it. If you're eating, you can watch it. Doesn't matter. I know we live in a busy world, but that Katha Upanishad is about Nachiketa, who is a 5-year-old boy, 5-year-old physically. His spiritual age, timeless. He tells his father, "You are giving old cows in charity, so you are committing a sin. You are saving them for me, but you are giving it to the Brahmanas. What will they do with these old, useless cows?" So he says, "Father, who will you give me to teach his father a lesson?" But the father, and he says it 3 times. Father gets annoyed and he says, "I give you to death." So there he goes. I don't want to digress too much, but I'm trying to tell you here that this mind, intellect, ego, and all these things we have that we are trying to purify, it's easily said purification, but it's a long journey. Every time we say, "I will not get angry," the minute somebody agitates you a little more than your tolerance, just a little, you explode again. Then you say, "Oh my God, I told people I won't get angry, I got angry again." So, but every time it's a reminder to you, and you're a little more mindful. You fell many times before you started walking. You made many mistakes before you learned how to type. सो एवरीथिंग इन लाइफ, जो भी आप करते हो जिंदगी में, सब में कुछ ना कुछ कष्ट, कुछ ना कुछ परीक्षा, कुछ ना कुछ तपस्या करना ही होगा. देयर इज नो ऑप्शन. द ओनली वे यू विल सक्सीड इन लाइफ इज थ्रू योर सेल्फ एफर्ट. सो मे गॉड ब्लेस यू. भगवान आपका मंगल करे, कृपा करे. विद रिगार्ड्स, प्रेम एंड ओम, thine Swami JyotirmayAnanda. So what a beautiful message we had today from Guruji about the focal point of our life, which is to secure in this human body. You have the ability to attain self-realization. It's not a myth. We all can do it, but we have to have the determination and the drive to proceed further with enthusiasm, zest, not like a drudgery or a boring thing. Oh, okay, so many satsangas we have listened to. Okay, this is what Swamiji will say. Not like that. Enthused, like a child. Have you seen how kids talk? Sparkle in their eyes. 4 5-year-old kids, they'll fight, and the next minute they are friendly again. No animosity with anybody. Innocence is there. That innocence we must also have, all of us. So that is the satsanga, that is Guruji's message. Let us do our short kirtan before we start Yoga Vashistha. Kirtan is like a little bhakti rasa, little devotion, because without devotion, intellect becomes very dry. It's like Ramakrishna Paramahansa Santa used to say, um, you know, this is like jnana and bhakti are like a jalebi. Have you, most Americans may not know what a jalebi is, but the Indian and people from who speak Hindi, I'm sure they know. I don't know Urmila ji and Priya ji. You can type in if you know what a jalebi is, but it's a delicious sweet. You first have to, and it's made with, you know, oil, milk product. So you have to, and some flour in it. You mix it, and then you um, basically put it in the oil, and then you fry it. And it takes a while to be fried, because when you put it in, it'll make a lot of noise. Then it becomes golden. So you are then supposed to circle it back and forth, move it upside down, and once it's fully ready, you take it out with a strainer, and then you put it in delicious, um, it's called a like chashni. I don't know what the English of that would be, like a sugar syrup. So let's say a syrup, you dip it into the syrup, and then when you taste it, it's very crunchy, but also the syrup comes in very, very nicely. It tastes, and it's delicious. So he used to like it a lot. Ramakrishna Paramhans, an enlightened saint. So he used to say, Bhakti and Jnana are like that. Jnana is Yoga Vashistha, where we are learning these deep spiritual insights about our journey. What is mukti, liberation? Why should we need it? Who am I? Why do I exist? All those questions Lord Rama asked in yoga. 15 years old only, Lord Rama, 15 years old. Look at the teenagers of today who are 15. So at that time, he was sitting with his guru, Vashistha Muni, to ask these deep questions. That is the essence. But then that is jnana, and bhakti is the rasa. Rasa is devotion. So jnana is like mathematics. 2 plus 2 is always 4. You cannot make it 5, no matter how much you want to, or you bribe somebody, it will not be 5. It will always be 4 only. So precise. Vedanta is like that. Very clear laws, very clear ways to um, follow that process. Lots of questions are asked, lots of tapasya is needed. But then you have bhakti. Bhakti is like an art. Drawing a mountain, you have many choices how to draw that mountain. You can put a river in it or not. You can put birds around it or not. You can put the clouds and change the shape of the clouds. So, or you can put a rainbow. So all these options exist, and all of them are right. None of them is wrong. So bhakti is dependent upon your feeling aspect. How do you feel? What do you want to do? And therefore, when you combine bhakti and jnana, it becomes a jalebi. So that's what it is. So Priyaji knows about jalebi. I'm very happy. Good. Wonderful. I don't know if maybe one day we should all eat jalebis together and have satsang and honor our Ramakrishna Paramhans Ji Maharaj, who has taught this beautiful gyan to us. So, you see, spirituality is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be something boring and monotonous and deep. And a lot of people think being a sannyasi means don't smile, always be serious. That's not spirituality, you see. Inwardly you should be having so much bliss and joy that it spills over. You don't know what to do with it, so whoever comes in the aura also enjoys it. Unko bhi milta hai, they all benefit. Oh, so Radhaji, we already celebrated your birthday. You have come now, but happy birthday again from all of us. We were talking about you. May you be happy, joyful, and maybe you were on time, and maybe I couldn't see the comments. I'm sorry, because we do this on Zoom, and on Zoom we have Mark David G and Aaron G as always. And Aaron G, I think your question in the group was very well liked. So continue that. And Mark G, if you get some time to review the Sanatan Dharma Integral Yoga, my hats off to Yogini Ji, Priya Ji, Kishore Harcharan Ji, Gauri Ji, and all of you wonderful souls who are, and Dwayne Ji. All of you have Shankar Ji. Actually, Shankar Ji even called me today. He says, Swamiji, I'm sorry, I have to go to a wedding today, but I'll try to log on. And it's 4 in the morning. And I know David Ji does the same thing, 4:30 in Germany. So we are all sacrificing, you see, but also enjoying, sacrificing, enjoying, growing, and self-effort combined with divine grace. Two wings of the same bird. So with that only you fly. Divine grace alone is coming, already there. You got a human body, now you waste it or you make use of it, up to you. When it's raining, a good farmer knows to sow the seeds and till the land. It's much easier, isn't it? उस समय ये गतिविधि बहुत आसान हो जाती है. So, with that thought, let us do our kirtan, and then we will get into um, the concluding portions of Yoga Vashistha. We generally take one section at a time, but then we enjoy it like jalebi. Okay, so let's do our kirtan. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश रक्ष मां शरवण भव पाहि मां कार्तिकेय रक्ष मां जय सरस्वती पाहि मां श्री सरस्वती रक्ष मां जय गुरु शिव गुरु हरि गुरु राम जगत गुरु परम गुरु सद्गुरु श्याम ओम आदि गुरु अद्वैत गुरु आनंद गुरु ओम चिद गुरु चिद घन गुरु चिन्मय गुरु ओम जगत गुरु ओम गुरु सच्चिदानंदा शंकराचार्य शिवानंदा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव 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 शिवाय नमः ओम हर 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 नमः शिवाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम नमो नारायणाय हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे आंजनेय 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 पाहि मां हनुमंता रक्ष माम् ओम शक्ति पाहि मां ब्रह्मा शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति शिव शक्ति रक्ष माम् आदि शक्ति महाशक्ति पराशक्ति पाहि माम् इच्छा शक्ति क्रिया शक्ति ज्ञान शक्ति रक्ष माम् गंगा रानी पाहि माम् भागीरथी रक्ष माम् हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि हरि ओम ओम शांति ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम So let us continue from where we left off last Friday. We had completed section number 193. Rama describes his state of enlightenment. Remember, we are on the Nirvana Prakarana concluding portion of this beautiful divine scripture known as Yoga Vashistha. Mostly people only know of Ramayana and Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita, but they don't know about this beautiful, deep scripture written by Sage Valmiki, and it is based on Upanishads and beautiful stories within stories, and it has very deep shlokas and enough to secure enlightenment. Talks about Lord Rama's journey to enlightenment. What could be better? We all want enlightenment, and what a beautiful role model in the form of divinity themselves when they come on earth, like when Lord Rama came, Krishna came, and here Rama has asked all those questions through his Guru Shishya Parampara. So in section 194 today, Sri Rama continues to describe his state of enlightenment. So he is sharing his experience, and like I said, this is a journey that we have to experience on our own to fully comprehend it. It cannot be digested or learnt through just hearing or just listening or just intellectual knowledge. Intellectual knowledge can help us in the world. We earn degrees through it, but you don't earn enlightenment. That's the mistake many people make on this path. They think, oh, I've been very successful, I'm very smart, I'll figure it out. I don't need a guru. I can just read this and that and that and that. That's what happens. They struggle. And then, even for your worldly thing, worldly success, how many teachers you had to depend on? You come with nothing when you are born. No clothes on, no skills. The first guru are your parents, mother and father. Then your kindergarten teacher when you don't want to go to school. So upset at your parents you are that they are leaving you and going. You feel insecure, but they do it anyway for your good. And then you grow. Every grade you get a teacher, and you get tested also. You won't get promoted to the next grade till you pass this grade. So even in life, how many teachers? So you are not uh, just emerged from nothing and became a doctor or an engineer or whatever your profession is. It took a lifetime of many people's effort, love, dedication, guidance to for you to get a job and to earn a living. Now you want to earn God. You want to go give God a hug, sit in his whatever you call it, according to whatever religions you have, doesn't matter, names and forms don't matter. You want to be one with God, and therefore you don't need anybody, you will do it yourself. See, that is the thing. People have all kinds of delusions, ideas that, oh, no, that's not how it works. You need qualified guidance, which of course is very rare. True teachers are not many in this world who will guide you selflessly and with love. So, Sri Rama continues to describe his state of enlightenment. He says, and Guru Shishya Parampara is everywhere in the Sanatana Dharma, in this tradition, the Vedas, Vedanta, this whole lineage only work through Shrutis. Shruti means what they have heard in their meditations through the revelations of their own experience. So therefore, this is why this journey of the Vedas and the Upanishads and the Sanatan Dharma is so profound, because it comes from an experiential observation, direct observation, not just indirect. It's direct. They have earned it, so therefore they want to share that with you. That's why we sing the prayer, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya. It was always a country and still is in this religion also, which we say is never a religion. Sanatan Dharma cannot be a religion. It cannot be. Can an ocean be bound by anything? No, all the rivers have to come into it only. So therefore there is no deep conversions needed, or this is the only way, or you no, keep your religion, be a Christian and continue to enjoy these satsangas. You will be smarter, more detailed, you will understand your own religion better also. So it's not religion centric is what we are saying. Just earn this journey, be on the journey and enjoy the path and continue who you are. There is no need to um, be here there. Listen to your own heart. Your heart and God are your inner gurus. They are within you, guiding you. When you say, I don't feel like it, and you still wake up, the inner guru woke you up. That became so important to you. So, uh, let's continue Sri Rama's journey. He says, O sage, it is the light of consciousness shining upon the thought waves of numerous souls, which becomes refracted into the countless objects of enjoyment. In fact, It is the self that enjoys its own illusory creations by appearing as countless souls. So, which was this question from unity to multiplicity, and multiplicity back into that wholeness of one. One. God is only one. Through his Maya or magical illusion, he creates this world that we call samsara, this world process. And then there is multiplicity, means cookie cutting the process. Life is life. Then you have how many kinds of life? Human life, ants life, elephant, plants, trees, so many creatures, millions of them, so many lokas. But definitely that is what the journey is. It becomes multiplicity. There is no longer one. Before there was only one God. Bhagavatam also starts by the same way, gets into the description of how God was by himself, then through his magical power. And that's the question that is called Ati Prashna. Why is the world created? Why were we born? Why? Those kind of questions that is created, those are called extra questions. Your job, our job is to now we have fallen into this ditch of what we call the world process. So we have to find our way back home. This is a transient. We are in transit passengers on a journey. So don't get deluded. Don't get confused. This is not your permanent home. This is your temporary home. ये आपका सदैव का घर नहीं है. इससे बहुत जुड़ना नहीं चाहिए. मोह में नहीं फड़ो, फंसो फंसो, which means attachments. So these were Aaron G's questions today also, attachment and multiplicity and what is this personality, same thing. So this is what we have to do. Ignorance has to be removed, light comes in. The minute ignorance is removed, so ignorance is darkness, knowledge is light. See, that's what we all try to do together in this satsang. यही प्रयास रहता है कि हम अंधेरे से उजाले की ओर चलने का कोशिश करें. सो यही आत्मा भिन्न भिन्न रूप धारण कर लेता है और आनंद लेता है. द सेम सेल्फ, देयर इज ओनली वन सेल्फ, इट कैनॉट बी डिवाइडेड. So when we say we are 9 billion people on earth, each of us has a humans, that is only 9 billion humans. So we all have a atma, but so does an ant, so does a cockroach, so does a lizard, or so does a cat, dog, whatever moves, anything that has consciousness, which means it goes through change, birth, growth, youth, old age, death, and transformation. So everybody goes through it, doesn't matter what species you are. But the self in them is never hurt, never grows, never changes. आपकी आत्मा में कुछ परिवर्तन नहीं आएगा. So therefore, when God has put that God particle inside of you, it cannot be divided. God didn't give you just a small portion of it. He gave you the whole thing. The whole thing. No secrets. Everything is in you. Just imagine. Now, this is for sure that it's a grain of rice, very tiny, but it has every quality of that macrocosm. You call it God, Ishvara, electrical energy, divinity, whatever you like, Jesus, Allah, whatever names, Krishna, Rama, that's fine. But these are elementary steps to take you to that higher level. And every step is needed. Huh? Kindergarten, now that you are educated and you are earning money, fine. But weren't you in kindergarten once? So that is also needed. If you didn't know how to write A for apple, B for boy, how could you be earning money today? How could you be moving on to more difficult things? So the fundamental foundation is always required. हमेशा उसकी आवश्यकता रहती है. उसके बाद अगर ये आपके अंदर ये ऊर्जा जागती है, you get that energy and you want to understand the deeper meanings of life, then you start saying, oh, so what is this atma, what is this consciousness? And it is a journey of the blessed. Many blessed souls only get to uh, this level of satsang, where they start getting attracted to Bhagavad Gita, they start getting attracted to Yoga Vashistha and the deep mystical scriptures. That is what is the journey. Now, to do or not to do is up to you, to study or not to study, to do or not to do. So choices are always there. Choices are there only for the action, till you commit the action. Once the action is done, the choice is taken away from you. Please understand, this is how people go to hell, or they go to heaven, or they get liberated, based on their own choice, their own decisions, their own ability, and what they do with it. An hour is an hour. You can ruin it watching TV, you can ruin it gossiping and committing something wrong, or you can do japa, or this that hour you can attend satsang, you can read the Bhagavad Gita. All your choices, same time. One person made one choice and he reached heaven, the other person did a crime in that 1 hour and he reached hell. Very simple, isn't it? Don't have to use too much logic in it. बिल्कुल सफा है, स्पष्ट है. जैसा कर्म करेगा वैसा फल देगा भगवान, ये है गीता का ज्ञान, isn't it? And Gita meaning all the scriptures, they all say the same thing. So these countless worlds, they're countless. Even science tells you today, isn't it? This the paradigm of the space, the complexity of this uh, universe. Now we call it multiverse. We say we don't even know if we should call it universe. There are so many world systems, so many solar systems, so many suns, so many stars. So imagine who created them then. We can't even create a little thing, and if we do, our egos are puffed up as if we have conquered the world. We want credit for it. God, the sun god, poor sun god, he's giving you all this energy for free, and then you want to make money through royalties by solar companies and this that. That's how the world works. So these countless worlds are imposed upon Brahman all at the same time, and yet they remain distinct from each other, even like the rays of shining gems containing in a room. Think about this now. When the sun shines and its rays come on different puddles, pots of water, each pot will get the reflection of the sun, the ray will come in, but then how will the sun reflect? It depends on the pot, isn't it? If the pot is dirty, muddy, then you will not see anything. All you will see is some rays coming, but you can't see the sun because it's very dirty. But if the water is crystal clear, pure, then you can see the sun beautifully radiating. And if the same sun falls on a mirror, then the it shines, the mirror shines even more than the ray of the sun that is coming in. You have seen that yourself. If the mirror breaks into 100 pieces, the rays are now going and shining through every one of those pieces. So, but these rays are the same. Every ray is exactly the same. Huh? So where does it fall? It matters. If it falls in a mud, it will just not show anything. But if it falls on a diamond, it will radiate. If it falls on a light somewhere. So this is what happens to us also. We are called jivas. Jiva. Jiv means individual soul that is now confined. Atma, Paramatma. Paramatma means sum total of all the individual Atmas. Therefore, we call him Ishvara, Paramatma, etc. So, Jivas have similar karmas and vasanas those come in contact with each other, while those who have dissimilar karmas and vasanas do not. Meaning, the divine plan puts you together when a certain karma has to fructify. What do you mean? Suddenly a tsunami comes, 100,000 people are evaporated. Do you see the news? What is happening in Maui right now? 150 some people, just some fire came. Why all of a sudden only there, and why only those 150? Why couldn't it be somebody else? So there is this deep law that he is saying, similar karmas and vasanas. So the divine plan that is operating behind the scenes. So many times we say, oh, my relative died because that doctor was so stupid, he didn't do it right, or he didn't arrive on time, or we couldn't come to America, we were left in Fiji or India, therefore we didn't get the proper treatment. No, 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 no. That is how the soul was supposed to go. Don't blame the doctor, don't blame your economic conditions, don't talk about India and America, don't think of all that. When the time to departure comes, everybody has to go according to the predetermined process of karma. Jati ayu bhoga. You cannot fool this system. It's God's system. We can't even fool small things like a DUI and stuff. You get caught and thrown in jail for um, prohibit for not following the rules properly. So do you think you will get absolved by doing wrong things and then saying, oh, okay, nobody saw it? Well, you saw it, your conscience saw it, and God saw it. So what more do you want? Don't worry about what somebody says or does. So therefore, the responsibility falls on us directly. We are the architects of our destiny, and this is not to impress anybody. Spirituality is a personal journey. It's your own wealth you are earning. तो उस मार्ग पे आप चलेंगे तो अपना कल्याण करने की सोचिए. और जो जीव है, जब ये एक दूसरे के संपर्क में आते हैं, सो गॉड बेसिकली सिंप्लीफाइज द इक्वेशन इन द प्रोसेस. सो ऑल दीज सो कॉल्ड पीपल हु हैव डन सर्टेन एक्ट्स, दे ऑल कम टुगेदर. इट्स गॉट nothing to say their karmas were bad or good. We are all bad and good only. That's why we are called humans mixed. We are all mixed breed. We have done good things and we have done bad things, and so therefore we are born on earth to correct whatever troubles we have and to continue to evolve. This life is a university. We never graduate here. You may graduate from your colleges and degrees and whatnot, but from life you can never. The life will constantly teach you lessons. The university of hard knocks, we say. University of hard knocks, because you get some experience and you come out much stronger. You tell a child, don't touch the fire, don't touch the fire, he will not listen. Once he touches it, he will never touch it again. He realizes it burns him, isn't it? That's what we do. This experience teaches us so much. Then we learn. So, when your karmas are not in harmony, you will never come together. So your karma and the other person's karma has brought you together to solve it, to solve the problem, to vet it all out. So don't worry. This is how the nature's laws work. सबके लिए यही चलता है, ये नियम है. So through, though there may be 1,000 lamps burning, yet they are not seen by those who are blind, isn't it? Can a blind person, what difference does it make to him whether there are 1,000 or 1 or a million lamps burning? For him, they are all, he's in darkness. No lamps can make a difference. But those who can see, for them it makes a big difference. In the same way, there are countless world systems that we cannot see. Many humans are not able to see. Nanotechnology, coronavirus, what does it look like? Where is it? Millions of died not knowing what it is. So, but scientists know. They are testing it. They are going to the labs and doing all this thing. Much in the same way, there are many world systems there, here, and then the karmas that are suited for the soul, he gets the circumstances, वैसा ही प्रारब्ध हो जाता है, वैसा ही मौका उनको फिर दिया जाता है. Just a minute. So that is the journey of the soul, of the karmas, and they all have to be combined together in different ways. Nothing happens by chance. That's the important thing, where we say, oh, this is why did it happen, etc. So in every wave of the ocean there abides the saltish taste, isn't it? It's homogeneously salty, the whole ocean. In the same way, in every particle of creation, there exists a world process. Think about that. Every particle within a little seed, a small seed of a banyan tree, lies the whole DNA, the whole map. And once that seed sprouts, it grows into magnanimous proportions, large, big tree it becomes from that little seed. And that's what we have, these seeds of samskaras, of karmas, etc. So, at the same time, since these worlds are illusory in nature, Brahman alone exists. This was Aaron's question, if I'm not mistaken, that what are these personalities, do they exist or don't exist? This is what we are saying, they exist for people who are still under the influence of ignorance. Therefore you need to purify, therefore you need to clean the mind, therefore you need to have good thoughts, you do charity, you do good deeds, you attend satsanga. Why? Because we are doing the purification. Why purification? Why is it needed? Because we have to get enlightened. And how will you get enlightened? By ultimately by removing ignorance. All the good deeds, good is only a relative word. Because there is bad, there has to be good. Because there is day, there has to be night. Because there is heaven, there has to be hell. Because there is adversity, there has to be prosperity. These are dualities, and these verbs, lies versus truth, these are all context related. If there was no bad, what difference does it make to have good? How will you define good? Everything is good anyway. But because there is bad, you contrast it and you say, oh, this is good. You are bad, he is good. Samajh gaye? Same thing, because there is a night and a day. Does the sun know the night and the day? The same sun that is creating the night and the day for you, it never experiences the night. It doesn't know what it is. You say, oh, Mr. Sun, every night we are going through this, we are going through seasons, we are going through changes. You say, I don't know. I'm just giving light. It's the rotation of the earth and the sun and the all that stuff. Moon coming in between, creating the shadows. See, that is what it is. So, what we are basically saying is there is only one God. All these religions, these names, these forms are ways, are rituals. This is the only way, that is the only way. It's all kindergarten. Not to discount it, kindergarten is absolutely needed. We just talked about it. We all went through it. But for you to get stuck when you are 20 years old, will you be in kindergarten or should you be in college? Ask yourself. Answer it yourself. You don't have to answer to me. If somebody continues to stay in kindergarten, there's a problem, isn't it? That's what many people do. They never graduate from kindergarten thinking that's okay, because this is a complicated field. We hold on to our dogmas, we hold on to our traditions to such an extent that we have a closed mind. When the mind is closed, when your fist is closed, what can anybody give you? You are not even opening it. When you are not hungry, how can somebody feed you? You don't want it. Fine, no problem, continue your journey. We all have options, lots of options, but then the outcome Ah, therein lies the problem. Now it's too late for you to say, I don't like the result. Too late. The karma is done. Time was to decide when you had the choice. Therefore, they say, think wisely, act smartly and wisely, because once the decision is made, it's too late. Too late. Of course, for that karma, when we say too late, doesn't mean it's hopeless. What it simply means is that that action has created a karma, either a good one or a bad one, depending on which path you took. कौन सा रास्ता आप लिए उस हिसाब से वो निर्धारित हो जाएगा, राइट? बट देन what you can do is you can do, okay father, I have sinned, I confess it was a wrong action, I will not do it again. So therefore we fast. Tomorrow is ekadashi, those of us who fast, so we do ekadashi fasting, and then so that our sins may be destroyed. Why do we do it? Because it's a little humble prayer to God that we are sacrificing for you, God. We don't know what will happen, but at a very minimum, we'll put our body through a little bit of discomfort, and then we will think about you, pray for you, pray with you, and pray for everybody else that way. So this, but karmas are punya karmas or papa karmas, good or bad or mixed, and that's why we are here on planet Earth together. So, and when will it germinate, you may ask? Who knows? Because you are in a dream, this world itself is a dream. Unless you are awake, jo sar sapne kaate koi, bin jage dukh dur na hoi. Which means if you are having a bad dream, a nightmare, you have a criminal running after you with a big hatchet in his hand, and he actually ends up cutting off your head, and you see your head rolling on the floor, but you are dreaming. So what is the solution? Wake up. Nothing else will work. Any dream solution will simply be a dream solution and will be a failure only. That's just a metaphor. Any kind of pain you have in your dream will continue, isn't it, till you wake up? Or any kind of pleasure you have in your dream will also, you don't want it to end, but when you wake up, it's ended. It's not there. Nothing is there. So much in the same way, this world system, Brahman alone exists. Mark it, write it down, look at it on the mirror every single day. That is called the Advaita philosophy, non dual philosophy. There is no other answer to this. But our logical minds will say, well, I don't know, how could this be possible? If this was there, why would there be sin in this world? Why would there be evil? Why is there pain? Why do people die? Why are they so mean? Well, why do you dream bad things and good things? Have you ever thought about that? Can you create an outcome for your dream? See, that's what this world is also. Based on your actions, we go through the process, but it's multiplicity, meaning the same Brahman that is only one, the same sun that is only one will create countless reflections. Countless, infinite. Suppose you ask the sun, how many rays are you generating in a day? The sun will simply smile and laugh at you. What are you asking me? I don't know. They're just rays. They come and they, millions, trillions. I don't know. Ask the ocean, how many waves are you generating? Will he answer your question? Science may want to know the answer to that, but the ocean doesn't care, the sun doesn't care, but yet it is only one, mind you. Only for our solar system, the same sun is generating countless waves, and everybody is receiving that in their own way, their own perception, how they feel it. So it's the same concept applies. But what is the waking up part? When you get enlightened, just like your dream, while you are dreaming, do you know, by the way, once you are dreaming, Do you know you are dreaming? Ask yourself that question. You take a shower, fluff up your pillows, make your bed sheets clean, then you lie down and listen to your nice music, waiting to sleep. Do you know exactly at what time you go to sleep? You think about those things. And you are so comfortable, you forget about your home, your keys, your office, your work, your kids, your husband. Everything is gone. And you are happy. But suddenly a dream comes. Do you really know? The only way you know is when you wake up. Then you say, ah, man, thank God it was a dream. Sometimes you have nightmares in your dream and you're so happy when you wake up. So that's what this journey is all about. So, what Vedanta tells you, Sanatana Dharma tells you, or Upanishads tell you is that you are dreaming unless you are enlightened. And only enlightened masters can tell you that wake up, let me show, but you have to wake up. It's your responsibility. He cannot do it. He is already woken up. But once you wake up, then you will say it was a dream. But if you are already sleeping and dreaming, for you it's reality. This point confuses many people, which we call indescribable, anivarchaniya, which is okay if it confuses, because slowly only this mist will clear. You cannot clear it right away. एकदम नहीं खत्म हो जाएगा ये. तो क्या होता है? It will take gradual saturation, understanding holistically. Then, now suppose you see the cloud. It's a dark cloud, it's gloomy weather, and you were hoping for sunshine. Now you are not so happy because you have to go somewhere, looks like it will rain. So you say, aaj suraj nahi aaya. We say, no, today the sun didn't come. Really? Did it not come? Or you cannot see it? By the mere fact that you can see the dark clouds, you can see the light, you can see the things, you can see the road, you can see the cars, it's daytime. Sun is already here. If you are not seeing the bright sun, what's the problem? The clouds are obstructing it, isn't it? बादल ढके हैं सूर्य को, तो जैसे ही बादल छटेंगे सूर्य दिख जाएगा. The minute the clouds will evaporate and disperse, the sun will come in its radiant glory, shining at you, smiling at you. Then you say, ah, this is very good. Well, you couldn't see anything. Can at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night, can you see anything? No, because it's so pitch dark. That is the deeper way to look at this mystery. So the sun, sleeping during the misty morning, wakes up and then it dissolves the mist. सुबह आपको driving in foggy conditions is so hard, isn't it? So many accidents also happen, and they advise you, some roads are also closed because of that. And so it's very scary. But the minute the sun comes and the mist is removed, now, no, not scary at all. It becomes very comfortable, joyous. So this is what we also struggle in our lives. कभी कभी mist आ जाता है तो कभी सूर्य. Sometimes it's misty, sometimes it's sunny. But in either case, there is the sun. That energy is there. It's just veiled. It's just veiled. Much in the same way, your consciousness is also veiled. आपकी आत्मा पर भी पर्दा गिरा हुआ है. There's a curtain, and unless that curtain is pierced or burnt or removed or simply, taken off, till then we will assume things. As of you, as of me. That's what they say, right? Assume means it makes us both as asses only, because we are thinking it's this and that, but it's all assumption. So that is what it is. Unless that curtain is removed, it is all theoretical. We are reading Lord Ramachandra is saying this, Vashishta Muni is saying this, Swami JyotirmayAnanda is saying this, Swamiji is saying this, Babaji is saying this. So many people are saying all the same thing they're saying, but they have woken up. They're up, they're enlightened. So, but you're all still dreaming. So, unless we wake up, but they are giving us whispers in our ears. So, everything is important. Every satsang is important. Every introspection is important. सब चीज का अपना अपना काम है, अपना अपना रोल है. जैसे ही आप करते जाएंगे, आपका उसमें कल्याण होता चला जाएगा. You will clearly benefit from it. O sage, he who has attained enlightenment is ever established in the self, which is of the nature of pure consciousness. He has nothing to accept or reject anymore. So, this is what Lord Ramchandra is saying about his Jivan Mukti experience, how he is feeling after this long journey of getting his spiritual discourses by his um, enlightened master, Yoga Vashistha Maharaj. So he says, who has attained enlightenment is ever established in the self. So please understand the statement deeply. What does it mean, ever established in the self? That means that that energy that is surviving, keeping you alive, through which you see, hear, touch, taste, smell, and everything that you go through is through that energy. You call it the self, you call it the Atma, you call it the consciousness, you call it divinity, doesn't matter, Holy Ghost, doesn't matter, they're all the same thing. So those enlightened people are always established in the self, meaning they see that one non-dual self in everybody. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti, the same uh, knowledge, just imparted differently by different systems. That's it. No other difference. So it's the same consciousness, meaning when he sees a criminal or when he sees a nice person, to him they are both Atman. One is in a rough state, the other one is in a polished state. One has become a saint, one is a sinner. He's a saint in the making. So we are all in this level going through our different roles, but there is no raga dvesha in enlightenment. There is no ignorance in enlightenment, no ego in enlightenment, and finally, no fear of death. These five, called the prapancha, that is what creates the problem. You are born with it. Everybody is born with it. So we have to learn how to undo it. It took us many lifetimes to get here. So be patient. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a hurry. And be regular, be consistent, enjoy the journey, attend satsanga. When you do all these things, जैसे जैसे आप ये काम करेंगे, आपका कल्याण होगा, मंगल होगा, अंदर से सुख प्राप्त होगा और आपकी चेतना में विस्तार आएगा. You will find expansion in your consciousness. So this is Brahma Gyan. This is what the knowledge of the self is all about. So जो ब्रह्म ज्ञानी होते हैं वो आत्मा में ही रमण करते हैं. These Brahma Gyanis, enlightened souls, are seeing. That doesn't mean that they're always having their eyes closed. They don't work, they don't know. They do everything just like you and me. They will eat, they will grow old, they will have diseases, they will have pain, they'll also go. Externally, they look like any other human being. They'll suddenly not grow 6 feet tall, or a third horn will not come on their head so you can see from far away, oh, here is he, an enlightened soul. Doesn't work like that. They look exactly the same, they go through the same, but inwardly, two things happen. One, the cycle of birth and death is immediately terminated. No more birth and death, because what birth and death? Ignorance is what's giving you all that. The karmas have burnt up. That was your response, Priyaji. I was reading that very nicely. You understand this concept. So, when the seeds are burnt up, what will sprout? Can anything sprout? Once you make popcorns, you just enjoy them, you see. Watch the movie, eat the popcorns. If they fall, don't worry, nothing will germinate. Nothing will germinate. Why? Because they're already burnt up. Dagda Vastha, which is what all sages and saints go through. So already they have burnt it up. Therefore, nothing more to burn. But you and I have to burn. We have to do those things. For us, it's a very real problem, isn't it? Unless you do it, they may fall on fertile ground. These are called vasanas. Sprouting of seeds within you is what we call vasana. Sometimes those seeds are of anger, sometimes of lust, sometimes of passion, sometimes of kindness, compassion, spirituality, greed. They'll keep on changing here, there. That's why we are such a mess as a human personality. We have to understand what's happening within and then guide these vasanas towards sattva, purity. Because if they are rajasic and tamasic vasanas, they will take you towards the world and towards depression and towards downward spiral. But if you keep on doing satsanga, japa, dhyana, nam smarana, and satsang, good things you do, charity, danam, you do all good things, then what will happen is automatically good things will only happen, and you will infuse yourself with sattva. Obviously, it's common sense that if the vasanas, the sattvic vasanas are much more than the rajasic and tamasic, what will happen? Only good things will happen, good thoughts will come, purity will arise. So this is why all the sages, saints, doesn't matter which religion, which caste, which creed, they all tell you to do, purify, chant the Lord's name, meditate, think of light, and become holy, pure. That is the point. So we conclude our satsang here, and we will start continue with this action. You see, these are very deep sections, deep shlokas, because we are reaching the very end, concluding portions, and this is giving you a preview also to all of you serious aspirants. Again, I always say this satsanga is not for everybody. We are not looking for a lot of quantity, it's more about quality. One good sadhak is more valuable to me than a million average sadhaks. Millions of them. What difference does it make? They are here 10 seconds, 20 seconds here, there. You go dig deep in one place. I am where I am today because of my Guruji, Swami JyotirmayAnanda ji Maharaj. You see, I exist because of him. Our society's name is called Swami JyotirmayAnanda Society. Every breath I take, every thought I have is of him, because he implanted all these things in me. Through his grace, I am what I am. I was another worldly person. So, at some point back in my younger years, so you see, you don't know which way. So if you are picked by satsang, by a saint, by a sage, God only has picked you. God has done that. So each of you are blessed. आप इस बात को ध्यान रखिए, and all I can do is hope and pray that you feel inspired. Human body is a great miracle of God. Only in a human body can you attain liberation. Even gods aspire to become human so they can get mukti finally, because they've learned the lesson. All these 7-star hotels become 700, 7,000-star hotels there. We can't even imagine the luxuries, but they also end. That is what I'm sharing in Katha Upanishad on my YouTube channel. Most of you serious aspirants should listen to it. It's very inspiring. Yogini ji is very regular, Aaron ji is regular. I think Priya ji, I don't know, sometimes she comments or not, I don't know, but she's very regular in most other things. All of you, those who will be touched by it, your heart will start to resonate with this. So, like we said, put more seeds in it, put more seeds of satsanga, and may each of you be blessed. So many beautiful souls are here today, so thank you to every one of you. um, Sadashiva ji is here, Yogini ji, Priya ji, Uh, and Radha ji, happy birthday again to you from all of us, our Satsang family. And then CSK, Santi Chitra ji, Namaskar. Shriram ji, our Ahobhagya, you are here today. I know Fridays are busy for you, so good to see that you joined us today. Roshni ji, Mark David ji, and Gauri Jairaj ji, pranams to you. So nice to see you. And Gauri ji and Kishore ji are brother and sister. They are their father was a wonderful spiritual personality, and they are adding beautiful things into the Sanatan Dharma group. Very pleased to have you both, and um, everybody else who I may or may not have pronounced or see. This is all I can see on my phone anyway, but you know who you are, and you are with us, and those who will listen later also, blessings. God bless you all. Be happy, be joyful. Let us do our arti together, and then we will conclude. And Sunday we will see you for Bhagavad Gita, generally between 10:45 and 11. That there we are doing chapter 9. It's called Raj Vidya Raj Guhya Yoga. Hari Om Tat Sat. Okay. Hari Om. Thank you to all of you for your dedication, patience, different time zones, but we all do make it, and धन्यवाद to each of you. जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक श्री गणेशा, जय जय आरती सुब्रह्मण्य सुब्रह्मण्य कार्तिकेया, जय जय आरती वेणुगोपाला वेणुगोपाला वेणुलोला पाप विदूरा नवनीत चोरा, जय जय आरती वेंकटरमणा वेंकटरमणा संकट हरणा सीतारामा राधे श्यामा, जय जय आरती गौरी मनोहर गौरी मनोहर भवानी शंकर सांबा सदा शिव उमा महेश्वर, जय जय आरती राजराजेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी त्रिपुर सुंदरी महाकाली महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाशक्ति, जय जय आरती आंजनेया आंजनेया हनुमंता, जय जय आरती दत्तात्रेया दत्तात्रेया त्रिमूर्ति अवतारा, जय जय आरती शैनेश्वराया शैनेश्वराया भास्कराया, जय जय आरती सद्गुरुनाथा सद्गुरुनाथा शिवानंदा सद्गुरुनाथा ज्योतिर्मयानंदा सद्गुरुनाथा साईं बाबा, जय जय आरती विघ्न विनायक न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो। समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्महवि ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिनः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राण अपान समायुक्ता पचामन्यं चतुर्विधं। हरिः ओम तत्सत। ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you again for your presence during this live satsang. Our energy may it combine and join and spread everywhere, help everybody who needs it, and may you all also be blessed. Shakti, Bhakti, Mukti. May God's blessings be with each of you, and I will see you on Sunday morning when we do our Bhagavad Gita together. Thank you again, and thank you, Yogini ji, for this beautiful group you have created, Sanatan Dharma Integral Yoga. It's on Facebook, so those who are new or just listening in, please do consider joining that, where we don't want to post a lot of things or share things. It's basically a study circle for serious aspirants who are seeking enlightenment or want to learn more about Sanatan Dharma and the depth of our scriptures. So we discuss those kind of topics, and hopefully it will be a community of serious aspirants who are walking on this journey together. And many questions are asked, very good ones. So those of you who will join, you will find it very inspiring and interesting, because these are people like you and me asking these questions, and they are helpful to all of us. So thank you, Yogini ji, Priya ji, Kishore ji, Gauri ji, and Aaron ji, and David ji. I hope you can also join, or at least be a part of it, because you are pretty regular and we think you will benefit from all the interactions that happen there. It's a very simple study circle kind of a format. Thank you to all again. Hari Om Tat Sat. We will see you on Sunday morning. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.